Last week, an AI agent discovered 22 vulnerabilities in the Firefox browser without any human involvement. That same month, researchers published findings showing AI outperforming human analysts on malware reverse engineering tasks, not assisting them, outperforming them. Every week, there's a new headline about AI automating something that used to require a skilled engineer. So the question I keep getting asked is cloud engineering cooked? Here's my honest answer. Some cloud engineering specializations are genuinely at risk of being replaced by AI. Others are not just safe. They're becoming more valuable because of AI. And knowing the difference is the most important career decision you can make right now. Because spending 2 years building skills in a specialization that AI is actively replacing while the high demand roles go unfilled, that's a mistake you do not get those 2 years back from. So in this video, I'm going to go through every major cloud engineering specialization and give you my honest take on where AI is actually headed and what that means for your career. Let's get into it. Specialization 1. Basic cloud operations and ClickOps engineering. Highest risk. Let me start with the one that makes the most noise. If your primary value as a cloud engineer is knowing how to navigate the portal, spin up resources by hand, and follow runbooks to perform routine tasks, AI is coming for that work. Not eventually, now. The engineer who logs into the console, clicks through the resource creation wizard, and calls that cloud engineering is describing work that AI can already automate with a well-written prompt and the right tooling. That is not a hypothetical. Organizations are already using AI to generate infrastructure configurations, deploy resources, and run operational playbooks that used to require a human clicking through a portal. I want to be direct about what this means for people who are currently in this position. It doesn't mean your job disappears tomorrow. It means the floor is dropping. The work that justified entry-level cloud salaries in 2022 is the work that AI handles in 2026, which means if you're still doing that work and only that work, the market is going to pay you less for it every year from now. Here's the specific pattern I see that concerns me most. Engineers who spend the first few years of their cloud career learning the portal deeply, memorizing where every setting lives, getting fast at clicking through wizards, and never develop the ability to express what they're doing in code. They know how to build things. They know how to describe what they build in a repeatable, auditable way. Every change they make lives only in the portal, undocumented, unreproducible, invisible to anyone who is not watching when they made it. That approach was always fragile. AI has made it career limiting. The move is not to panic. The move is to stop being a portal engineer and start being a problem-solving engineer. Every task you perform manually should eventually become a script, a pipeline, or a policy. If you're not building the automation, you're the thing that gets automated. Specialization 2, infrastructure as code. Evolving, but safe. This is where most people assume the AI impact is also massive. And they're partially right. AI can generate Terraform and Bicep modules. AI can write CI/CD pipeline configurations. AI can reproduce a working infrastructure deployment from plain language description in a matter of seconds. But here's what AI can't do. It can't decide whether that infrastructure is the right answer for this organization, this compliance requirement, this cost constraint, this team's operational maturity. It can't know that the network architecture it generated will create a problem 6 months from now when the organization tries to connect two environments that were designed independently. It can't make the judgment call about whether to use Azure Container Apps or AKS given what it knows about a team's skill set and the expected growth trajectory of the workload. AI is making IAC faster to write. It's not replacing the engineering judgment that determines whether what gets written is the right thing to write. The engineers who are safe in this space are the ones who use AI to produce the first draft and then apply real architectural judgment to validate, refine, and own the output. The engineers who are at risk are the ones who are never writing the boilerplate, copying modules from examples, filling in variable files, never really understanding why the architecture was structured the way it was. If you're serious about IAC as a career skill, stop memorizing syntax. Start understanding the architecture decisions that the code is expressing. That judgment is what AI can't replicate. Specialization 3, cloud operations and site reliability engineering. Lower risk than you think. There's a common assumption that cloud operations roles, monitoring, alerting, incident response, on-call engineering are the first to go. The thinking goes, if AI can watch dashboards and respond to alerts, what do I need a human for? This assumption is wrong, and it's wrong for the same reasons people underestimate SOC analysts and cybersecurity. They assume the job is simple because they've never done it. Cloud operations in a real enterprise environment is not watching a dashboard. It's understanding why an alert fired in the context of everything else that changed in the last 24 hours. It's knowing that the CPU spike on that VM is related to the deployment that happened this morning and the database migration that's still running and the network policy change that was made last week. And that combination of those three things is creating the cascading problem that no individual alert would surface. That's context. And context requires knowing the environment, the history of the environment, the decisions that shaped it, the teams that depend on it, the failure modes that have shown up before. AI doesn't know any of that. You do. And the deeper you go into real cloud operations experience, building the observability layers, writing the runbooks, being the person who gets paged and has to figure out what's actually happening, the more irreplaceable you become. Because that accumulated context is not something AI can generate from a prompt. It's something you earn by being in production environments when things break. There's also a second reason cloud operations roles are safer than people assume. AI is making attackers more effective. It's making misconfigurations more likely as organizations move faster. It's creating more AI workloads that need to be monitored, operated, and secured. The volume of cloud operations work is going up, not down. The engineers who add AI tooling to their workflow, who use AI to speed up alert triage and automate the playbooks for known incidents, will be significantly more valuable than the engineers who resist it. But the human judgment layer does not disappear. If you're building towards a cloud operations or SRE role, keep going. Add AI tooling to your workflow. Understand how to use observability platforms to their full depth. The ceiling on this career path is going up. Specialization 4, cloud security engineering, the most resilient path right now. Cloud security engineering is a specialization I would recommend to anyone asking me where to build a durable long-term cloud career in an AI-driven market. Here is why. Every organization that adopts AI immediately creates a new category of security problems. Prompt injection attacks that manipulate AI models into revealing sensitive information or taking unauthorized actions. Data privacy risks in AI training pipelines where sensitive consumer data gets inadvertently exposed through model outputs. Model infrastructure exposure. AI endpoints that are publicly accessible when they should only be reachable from within a private network. API access governance. Who can call your AI endpoints? At what rate? With what level of privilege? Compliance requirements around AI systems. What does HIPAA require when you're using AI to process patient data? What does your SOC 2 auditor need to see about your AI deployment? None of those problems existed 5 years ago. Every single one of them requires a cloud security engineer to address. AI is not replacing cloud security work. AI is generating more of it. There's also a structural reason cloud security is resilient. Security decisions carry legal, financial, and reputational consequences. An organization can't outsource the judgment call about whether their AI deployment meets their compliance obligations to an AI system. That judgment requires a human who understands the regulatory landscape, the specific environment, and the specific risks, and who can stand behind the recommendation when the auditor asks. AI can assist with that work. It's not replacing the professional who owns the accountability. The cloud security engineering skills that are most valuable right now: Microsoft Defender for cloud posture management, Microsoft Sentinel for detection and response, Entra ID for identity and access governance, Azure Policy for automated compliance enforcement, and the emerging AI security frameworks: OWASP LLM Top 10, Azure AI Content Safety, private endpoint deployments for AI workloads. The engineers who are building these skills now are positioning themselves for the roles that will be the highest paid and hardest to fill for the next 5 to 10 years. Specialization 5, cloud architecture and solutions design. Safe with one important caveat. Cloud architects are not going anywhere. The work of understanding a complex organization, designing the architecture that serves it, and making decisions that account for cost, security, compliance, operational complexity, and long-term scalability, that is not automatable. Not because AI is not capable of producing designs. AI can produce architectural diagrams, but because a diagram is not the same as a decision. A decision requires context, judgment, and accountability. AI has none of those things. The caveat is this: the cloud architect who is safe is the one who can design across multiple Azure domains: networking, identity, compute, storage, security, AI. The cloud architect who is at risk is the one who knows one area deeply and has never developed breadth. I've seen this pattern cause serious career problems even before AI. An engineer spends 10 years specialized in one type of firewall, one vendor tool, one narrow domain. Then the technology evolves. The employer moves to a different tool. And suddenly 10 years of experience becomes 1 month of experience repeated 10 years in a row. AI accelerates this cycle. If your architectural knowledge is narrow enough that AI can replace the decisions you make, it's not AI's fault. Breadth of knowledge is the defense. It always has been. AI just makes the urgency more visible. Specialization 6, basic scripting and automation roles. Highest risk. I want to come back to this one because it's where I see the most risk for people building their careers right now. There's a category of cloud role where the primary deliverable is writing Python scripts to automate tasks, generating reports, scripting routine maintenance, building basic automation workflows. These roles often sit inside cloud operations or DevOps teams, and they carry titles like automation engineer or cloud automation specialist. AI writes basic scripts. It does this reliably, quickly, and with less error than most junior engineers. If your primary value as a cloud professional is producing basic automation code, that value is being compressed rapidly and visibly. This is not a reason to avoid scripting. Python, Bash, and PowerShell skills are still valuable and important. It's a reason to ensure that your scripting ability is in service of something deeper. You're not valuable because you can write a script. You're valuable because you understand the system the script is operating in, can diagnose why it failed, can design an approach that accounts for edge cases that the AI-generated version missed, and can explain the decision to a stakeholder who's asking why. Scripting is the expression of engineering judgment, not a substitute for it. Here's what I want you to take away from all 6 specializations. The pattern is consistent across all of them. AI produces the execution of known tasks. AI does not replicate the judgment about which tasks to execute, why to execute them, and what to do when the result is not what was expected. Portal clicking is execution. Writing a Terraform module from a template is execution. Running a scan and reporting the findings is execution. Deciding which architecture is right for this organization given its specific constraints, that is judgment. Understanding why an alert fired given everything else that changed this week, that is judgment. Knowing whether a security configuration actually meets the company's compliance requirements in this specific regulatory context, that is judgment. AI can't build that judgment for you. Real environments build it. Real incidents build it. Real architectural decisions with real consequences build it. That's why the advice is always the same. Build real environments, own real outcomes, document your decisions, and keep expanding beyond whatever you already know how to do. The engineers who do that will be the most valuable people in any cloud organization, regardless of what AI does next. What this means for your career? Let me be direct about the framework that comes out of all of this. If you're building your cloud engineering career and you want a path that's durable through whatever AI does next, build toward these 3 things: cloud operations and SRE depth. The ability to operate real cloud environments, understand observability, respond to incidents with context, and build the systems that make environments self-healing rather than human-dependent. This is where you build the production experience that makes everything else credible. The engineer who's been paged at 2 a.m. and figured out what was wrong under real pressure brings something to every architectural conversation that the engineer who's only built in sandboxes cannot. Cloud security engineering, the fastest growing and most AI-resilient specialization in cloud right now. Build Defender for cloud skills. Build Sentinel skills. Understand identity and AI security. This is where the market is moving and where the compensation premium is highest. Every dollar being invested in AI creates a corresponding security problem that needs a cloud security engineer to solve. You're not competing with AI in this space. You're cleaning up after it. Architectural breadth. Don't become a one technology engineer. Don't spend years in a single tool or a single cloud domain. Build the ability to design across networking, identity, compute, security, and AI. That breadth is what makes you genuinely difficult to replace because AI can't replicate the judgment that comes from seeing how all those domains interact in a real environment. When something breaks in a way that crosses domain boundaries, when a network change causes an identity issue that manifests an application error that gets flagged as a security incident, the engineer who understands all 4 of those layers is the one who figures it out. That engineer is not getting replaced. That engineer is getting promoted. And if you're already experienced, learn to build AI agents. Not to get a certification that has the word AI in it. Those are not worth your time or money. But to actually use tools like Claude Code and build agents that extend your capability, automate the repeatable parts of your work, and let you spend your time on the judgment calls that actually require a human. The engineer who uses AI to generate the first draft of every Terraform module, every KQL query, every runbook, and then applies real engineering judgment to validate and own the output, that engineer is doing the work of 3 engineers who are not using AI. That is the most competitive advantage available to you right now. Most engineers are not taking it. The engineers who will thrive in the next 5 years are not the ones who feared AI or the ones who ignored it. They're the ones who figured out how to use it to do more of the work that matters most, while building the judgment, context, and accountability that AI can't replace. I've linked some resources in the description to help you get started to build the right stack. As always, see you in the next one.